When I dropped the truck off, he was not too into it. He's like, as soon as I walked in, he's like, what the hell's that? He goes, no, that's not a lifted truck. I'm like, well, what do you call it? He goes, dude, that's a monster truck. I'm like, tomato, same thing. There's still oil in the engine. And that's how I know right there, because it's still all over the freaking place every time I move this freaking thing. And I used to go to RYC, Redneck Mud Park, and I had a big shark cage in the back of it. Check it out. So I went ahead and pulled this out, and in place of it, over here, I made this super bitchin' panel. And then redoing all that wiring, check out all the wire we eliminated. All right, y'all. The center console is officially freaking done. And oh man, she looks freaking good. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. So we're still going forward with the Killin It Resurrection series. Now we're on episode 10. So in the last episode, episode 9, we finally got the running gear all dialed in on the Killin It Mega Truck. Got the axles all dialed in, the new axle shafts. We got a couple other little details, odds and ends buttoned up as far as the running gear of the truck is concerned. So if y'all didn't already, make sure you go check out that video because it's super bitchin'. Very, very informative. I go through all kinds of stuff on how to put these axles together. Basically a full rebuild on the axles of the Mega Truck. It's kind of the combination of episode 8 and 9 and 7. So like the last 3 episodes were kind of screwing with that. It was kind of a big job. A lot of stuff going on. Many hours worth of work. Lots of contributions from the mad scientist. Guys got my back with every little freaking detail on this truck. Anyway, so now that we got the running gear all dialed in, the exterior of the truck, aside from the freaking power plant, the exterior of the truck is pretty well tightened up. So now we just put the big wheels on the truck to make sure that the axles fit and everything's going the way we want it to go. I didn't realize it when we were wrapping up the last episode, but after I put the big wheels on the truck, I definitely came to fruition that the freaking steering is substantially limited on the front end of the truck now. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and replace those front steering cylinders. And I'll go through all that probably, I don't know, next couple episodes. It's pretty simple. I just got to go and buy some new steering cylinders, get them painted to match the truck and install them. Not much to it. But anyways, now that the running gear is all dialed in, now we're going to start moving to the interior of the truck and getting that all tightened up. So let me get outside and I'll kind of explain to you the game plan. So now that the running gear is all dialed in and she's got her big wheels on it, I just kind of had a realization of something. The truck is going to look, I think, substantially different the next time she's got her big girl wheels on. Now, the engine obviously isn't going to make the truck look any different at all. It's going to sound way different and run way different. But as far as looks-wise, there's 2 main upgrades that we're doing to this thing. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure the big wheels will not go on it again until those upgrades are complete. The first of which is our new 4-link bars. This will be on the truck before the big wheels go back on it again. But more importantly, those fiberglass bed sides and those fiberglass fender flares, those are going to be on it. So take it in what she looks like now, because she is going to look way freaking different next time she's got big tires on again. So admire it, love it, take it in. Mental notes, y'all got them all? Well, y'all, that was quite a bit of work, but freaking truck's on her little wheels again. Yeah, buddy. So now I'm just waiting on the call from SRQ Customs where we can get old girl over there to get the console made. Next stop is the Adrenaline freaking Mega Truck home grounds. Letting you know that's the mad scientist laboratory. We're going to take care of that problem. Letting you know. But anyways, that is freaking crazy. And those are 37-inch tires too. That is hilarious. I remember there was a time when a 37-inch tire was considered a big tire. Not on this truck, it ain't. So, yeah, I think the next stop will be SRQ Customs. So I'll let y'all know when we're heading that way. All right, y'all. Well, the truck's still over at SRQ Customs getting the new center console built. But I kind of ran into a little predicament. I wasn't even going to put any of this on the video, but I decided to because it kind of turned into a little bit of a project. So I've got it on those roll-around wheels. Well, those the tires that are on those roll-around wheels are pretty old, crappy, dry-rotted, cracked, which isn't a big deal because they're rollers, but it's kind of annoying because they keep on freaking going flat. Apparently the cracks, it's leaking a bit. 2 of them are. And it's getting annoying because just in the week that I've had it on roll-around wheels, I've had to fill them up like 3 different times. And I'm a little over it. So I decided, okay, I got this great idea. I'm going to go down Facebook Marketplace, try to find some used tires that will fit those. So the mad scientist and I actually built those wheels back when we were building the truck. When we were making it into a Mega Truck, when it was over at Hudson Welding and they were doing a lot of the tube work on the bottom side for the subframe. The idea originally was they were going to build the truck, get it to where it's like a roller, and then we're going to roll it out of the shop. And then they realized that the truck was too big to get out of their lift and to get out of their shop. So I had to build roll-around wheels. So the mad scientist helped me. We went and hit up a wheel company. I think it's up in like North Florida. Got smaller shells, like it's actually the same company that I got the wheel shells from. Sorry, I'm shaking so much. I just got to have an ice bath. But anyways, we hit up the same company that we bought the wheel shells for my big wheels. We hit up that same company up in North Florida and got some smaller wheel shells. Now with the size of those planetary hubs, with how big they are, the whole hub, like where the planetary gears are and everything, with the size of that, the smallest rim that we could go with is a 24. Couldn't even fit a 22 because it would get too close to the lugs. So we bought those 24-inch wheel shells, and then the mad scientist cut out my wheel centers, and then we welded them in, and boom, I got some roll-around wheels to be able to put on the truck for these types of instances. But like I said, they keep on freaking going flat, and it's annoying, so I hit up Facebook Marketplace. Those wheels are 24-inch rims, and I needed to get some kind of a tire that would fit on a 24-inch rim, and it's 10 inches wide. So just about anything would work. The ones that I had on there were 37. They're really, really bald, dry rotted, cracked Toyo MT 37 by 13.5 by 24s. Well, my genius ass was pretty damn convinced that those were 22-inch rims. I forgot because it was like 3 years ago that we made those, and I haven't really used them since. And the wheels are obviously on the truck over at SRQ Customs, so I couldn't really look at them. And I was pretty convinced in my head they were 22. So short version of it, I freaking go on Facebook Marketplace, find this guy that's got some tires, meet up with him, buy the tires, go to the mad scientist's house where he's got a tire machine, pulled a couple of the wheels off the truck, brought them with me so that I could swap over. I was going to do 2 at a time so the truck wasn't sitting on total jack stands. So I just wanted to do 2 at a time. Bring the wheels freaking down there, break them down, go to put the tires on. I'm like, God, this is a real pain in the ass getting these tires on. Well, because they're supposed to be 24s. I was trying to jam a 22-inch tire on a 24-inch rim. Yeah, wasn't going to go. Wasn't going to work. Freaking sucked. So that leads me to where we're at now, y'all. I have another freaking set of tires now because I found the right size ones today. I was able to get them from another buddy of ours. So now I've got tires for my tires that have some more tires. What a freaking bonehead move. I'm so disappointed in myself. Come on, Zachary, you got to be better than this, brother. But I do want to give a little shout out to Mikey from Mikey's Custom Coatings because he's actually the one that found the tires that I needed. He saw my post on Facebook that I was looking for the correct size tires. He hit me up like an hour or so later. He's like, bro, I found these over at this tire shop. You might be able to get them from them. They're pull-offs, so you probably get a good price on them. So here's where they're at. Here's a video of them. If you want them, come get them. Freaking super clutch, dude. Definitely helped me out a whole lot. So I went and picked those up today. And now, gonna go through the whole process again. I gotta go over to SRQ, put the truck on some jack stands, pull my wheels off, run down to the mad scientist laboratory, his home laboratory, use his tire machine, swap the tires over, then bring them back to SRQ Customs and put them on the truck. Don't necessarily have to do all this. I can just keep filling the tires up. But these tires are actually in a lot better shape than my current rollers anyway. So I think now, once I get these on there, I'm gonna try to store them inside, take a little better care of them. But that is what I'm messing with today. So here we go. Well, that freaking sucked. It's now like 2:30 in the morning. I don't even want to begin to guess how many hours I put into screwing with those damn tires. Have y'all ever tried to put a 24-inch tire on a rim by yourself without like Brian's tire machine? Super awesome. It's better than the tire machine I got because you want to see mine? Yeah. I don't have one. Yeah, so it blows mine out of the freaking water. But it doesn't have like extra helping arms around it. I was told there's ones, I don't even know. I could be making all this up. I was told that there was ones that have like arms that like help you hold the tire down as you're trying to get it to pop onto the rim. No, when you're there doing it by yourself, it freaking sucks like real bad. Like I was trying, you all should have seen, I didn't think it was going to be such a bigger deal, so I didn't bring any cameras with me to do all this. But you all should have seen it. I bet it looked pretty hilarious. There was quite a few times where the tire is on the tire machine and it's rolling around and I've got the helper arm or whatever you call that to like pop the tire like into the trench or whatever to make it lock in. And I had freaking pry bars all on this tire. I was freaking standing on it. I had like one foot on one side of the tire holding the pry bar down, another one holding the other side, like trying to do everything I could to not make the tire pop off to where one of those pry bars comes up and whacks me in the ball bag, or one of those spoons, as they call it, comes up and whacks me in the nuts. It was a freaking ordeal and a half, I gotta tell you. I've been there for, I bet I don't even want to admit it, it's too embarrassing. It took a long damn time, but Look at the last half hole, y'all. Freaking roll-arounds are freaking swapped over. We got brand new roll-around tires. Oh, yeah. Another freaking step of the process complete. Yeah, brother. So I'm going to go in and get some rest, and then we're going to reconvene in the morning. Morning, y'all. So we're headed back over to SRQ Customs to go pick the truck up. The center console isn't quite done yet, but I've got an appointment to get my window tint fixed. I'll show you all when we get to the truck, like why I'm doing it, because it's kind of goofed up, like on the side. Noticed it mainly on the side doors. The window tint that I've had on there, it's been on there for like 7 years or so it's pretty old. But it's starting to peel up from the bottom of the window. So I'm getting all that tint stripped off, and I'm also gonna do, I think I'm gonna do like full limousine tint all the way around the truck. Because last time I did the window tint, I was daily driving the truck, so I couldn't have dark window tint everywhere. And I think this time we're also gonna tint the windshield, and hopefully that will keep those pieces on my dashboard from cracking. Because the ultraviolet light, the freaking sun beams into the windshield, that gets plastic all hot. And with this Florida heat, it is hellacious on everything. But after that sun has been beating on everything for so long, it makes all that plastic really brittle, and then it breaks and cracks. So I'm thinking if I tint the windshield, that will maybe protect a lot of that stuff. So that is the game plan. So let's go get that truck and get on over to Razor Sharp Tinting in Venice, Florida. Oh, and we've got a co-pilot. Come on, dude. Load up. This is Mr. Gunner. Right, Mr. Gunner? Sit. He's pretty cool. Oh man, those new rollers we put on here the other night look freaking way better than those crappy ones I had before. These actually look like legit tires. Very cool, very, very cool. All right, let's get her loaded up on the trailer. It's freaking party time, y'all. Man, it looks goofy with the little wheels. So now it's time to head on down to Venice so we can go to Razor Sharp Tinting and get her window tint fixed. When I got in the truck a minute ago, I forgot to show you all the problems. So when we unload it, I'll show you all the issues I'm having with the window tinting. But she is freaking loaded up and ready to rock and roll. Freaking party time. Now, why they would put a freaking landfill right on the side of a main road, right on the side of 41? Look at this. Look at what Venice is doing. A landfill with a bunch of freaking garbage right here on the side of 41. Not very considerate, if you ask me. All right, y'all, I just went in and talked to them, and similarly to what happened when I replaced the windshield on this thing, they didn't quite know what I meant when I said she's a lifted truck. I don't know why people keep misunderstanding. I say it's really big. Say I got to put little roll-around wheels on it. Don't that mean it's super big? So, but the guy is willing to work with me. He's willing to still do the window tinting. So, just got to get old girl off the trailer. All right, y'all. She is unloaded and leaving her freaking happy trail. But she's unloaded here at Razor Sharp Window Tinting. I don't think I locked it, so let me head up there and show y'all what the problem was. Yeah, see, this is why we're freaking doing this. See how my tint is freaking peeling up. Kind of sucks. All the windows are freaking doing it too. That one's doing it. Windshield ain't doing it. The front windows are doing it towards the bottom. The back one ain't. Yeah, the back one's a little goofed up too. So I just talked to Tom over here at Razor Sharp Window Tinting, and he's going to put 5% on all 4 of the back doors and on the back window. And then he's going to put 35, I think is what he said, on the windshield. And that will keep my freaking dash from cracking all the time. And he said it'll make it where people can't see in during the day. Kind of freaking cool. So now we leave her for another freaking upgrade. God, it's so embarrassing how it leaves freaking oil everywhere. Can't wait till that new motor's in there. Really makes you feel like amateur hour when you gotta freaking bring extra cloths so you can clean up your happy trail from your freaking truck.
Several days later.
All right, y'all, it's been a few days now, and I just got the call from Mr. Tom that our window tinting is all done on the Killin It Mega Truck. He said it came out really nice. He said there is a little bit of dirt in it here and there. He's like, dude, I did the best I could. This thing is filled with sand and mud and dirt, and He's like, I had to soak the hell out of your windows to be able to get it squeegee out enough to get it as good as I got it. He's like, I'm really happy with it. I think you'll be happy with it. You probably won't even know the difference if I didn't say nothing, but I want to be upfront with you and tell you that there is a little bit of dirt in it here and there. See, that's a good stand-up guy. I like him being super freaking honest. And I'm really happy that he decided to actually do the job, because if y'all remember, a few seconds ago, actually, in this video, if I had to guess, it was a couple days ago, real time, when I dropped the truck off, he was not too into it. He's like, as soon as I walked in, he's like, what the hell's that? He's sitting there with his arms crossed inside of his shop, looking at me through his window. He's like, what the hell's that? I'm like, that's my truck. He's like, that's not a lifted truck. I'm like, oh yeah, it is. He goes, no, that's not a lifted truck. I'm like, well, what do you call it? He goes, dude, that's a monster truck. I'm like, tomato, same thing. He's like, no, not even close. There's no way in hell that's going to my shop. So after that little predicament, or that little situation, for him to come around and decide to actually go ahead and do the job, freaking super kick-ass. Really appreciate it a lot, brother. Tom freaking knocked it out of the park. So just got my trailer back from the mad scientist. It's back yonder behind the old dually. So now I'm headed back over to Razor Sharp Window Tinting in Venice, Florida, so I can pick up the old freaking Killin It Mega Truck. Check out our sweet new window tint. All right, y'all. Well, Mr. Tom was kind of in a hurry to leave, so I went ahead and got the truck loaded on the trailer. And there's still oil in the engine. And that's how I know, right there, because it's still all over the freaking place every time I move this freaking thing. Ugh. Not ideal, bro. Not ideal at all. Damn. But it's going to be fixed here soon. Let's hop up and take a look at this sweet new window tint, because the shit looks pretty freaking good. Gotta tell y'all. Hang on, let me jump up here and I'll show you. Tell me that don't look super banging. It is so much darker in here now. It's not peeling up anywhere no more. Our windshield's actually tinted now. Hopefully we'll keep all that dash pieces from cracking all the time from all the freaking sun coming in and it getting so damn hot. Whew, looks freaking good. So we got 5% window tint on all the sides and the back wall. And then we've got, was it 5% all? And then 50% on the windshield. So usually you can't put 50% on the windshield because it's too dark. So DOT would not be too happy with it. But this is a freaking non-road vehicle, so we can put whatever the hell we want. He said if I went any darker than 50% on the windshield, then I probably wouldn't be able to see out at night, and we do quite a bit of driving around at night, so that's why we went with 50%. But it does have like little dimples and stuff, like kind of, I don't even know if you guys can see them, but he said that's just moisture pockets and those will go away. Yeah, you can't even really see them at all on the camera. But he said that those will go away. Just got to wait for the moisture to dry, because he had to get everything super wet in order to get this stuff on without getting dirt in it all over the place. But, yeah, freaking sweet. So now the tint is all dialed in, and I actually just talked to Mr. Ryan over at SRQ Customs, and he does not need the truck back while he's finishing up this last little bit of the console fabrication process. So I'm going to take the truck back home for a little bit, and then we'll reconvene in a couple days when I got to head back over to SRQ. So here's where we're at, people. Made a panel to go on there. Started slicking out and welding the sides. Now we got marked where the seat goes, where the dash is gonna sit, and where the speakers are gonna sit, and then what we're gonna do for a switch panel. Originally we were thinking we were gonna use this for a switch panel, but that will leave no freaking room for speakers. So yeah, gotta figure that out still. And then my super tweeters, pow, pow. Should look super bitchin'. All right, y'all, so it's been a few more days. The center console isn't quite done yet. Mr. Ryan's trying, he's working on it, but he's also got regular responsibilities too, rather than dealing with my nonsense. So he's got a little bit more to do. Still got to do like basically the back half of the console. But I'm on my way home from the gym right now, and I just got a notification on my phone that we've got some packages delivered to the house. Now, what packages, you might ask? Well, our freaking buddies over at Whirly Custom Fabrications. Oh, brother. Freaking super excited. So I know we've had the turbochargers for a little while now, but I know for sure in these packages is the whole twin turbo kit, so all the plumbing and piping to be able to hook everything up. And I think they might have hooked us up with a couple other goodies, so let's find out. I'm pretty excited. I think we got some cool goodies coming our way. Oh, damn. That's what I'm talking about. Honestly, we ordered this stuff so long ago. I'm pretty sure they told me everything again, but I don't even remember what all it was. I know it was a twin turbo kit. That's probably what that big box is. But as far as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other boxes, you don't say. I don't know. Let's get them inside and figure out what the hell's in there. All right, y'all, so I got all the packages into the house, into my my spare parts room. And just to give you an idea, I don't think I've ever even showed any of y'all this. That's all the crap that I keep in my house to keep that truck running. I got tons of stuff going on in here. Got friggin' extra paint, extra wheel cut, extra freaking hubs, like planetary hubs, in case my axles decide to go boom, boom again. Got different gears and everything for it. Yeah, extra factory, all kinds. This is my spare parts room. But this is all stuff for the new motor. So I've got all the whirly stuff is now inside here. But also, I mean, we got my new EFI Live tuner. We got my vibrant clamps. We got Durali coolers all over the place. Where's the rest of them at? There's a few of them. I don't know where the other ones are. I think they're down there, maybe. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. So, as I was about to say, you're probably not going to be too amped up to hear this, but talk to the mad scientist, and doesn't think I should open up any of this stuff and take it all out. Thinks I should leave it all packaged up till it gets over to his house and we start actually doing the motor swap and everything and putting the new motor together. So sadly, we're not going to see what's in any of these packages right now. But don't worry. Well, you know a good solution to this problem, though? You got to subscribe, bro. Mother freaking subscribe. Subscribe! Really interested in what's in the freaking boxes is to go hit the subscribe button there on my channel name. That way you get notified when I upload any other videos. You know, I say that all the time. Freaking subscribe. And then when I open these packages up, which will probably be very, very soon, then you guys will be able to be along for that ride too. Because I'm just as curious as y'all are. I mean, I couldn't hold back. I did open up some of it. So I'll show you some of the stuff that we opened. I obviously got the old Terpskis because y'all, I've had those for a while now, like a couple months. Those were in a couple videos ago. But I did open up just to see kind of what the piping looks like and kind of look at that. Ooh, brother. That's freaking sick. It's like, yeah. Super banging, bro. So it all color matches the truck. And the rest, a lot of this is all tubing. And like I said a minute ago, I mean, I don't even know what is in a lot of these boxes. I started kind of looking, but I kind of do agree with Brian. I don't want to end up losing something. There's so much different stuff in here. Some kind of an exhaust pipe thing. Probably hooks to my turbo pedestal, it looks like. This might actually go to, I don't even know. I'm going to be honest with y'all. As I've said a lot of times in my other videos, I'm still learning the engine bay of this, and I'm not one of those guys that pretends like I know what I'm talking about when I really don't. Yeah, I don't even know what half of this is. I mean, I'm sure I could figure it out if I sat and thought about it all. Maybe look at some pictures, but right off rip, no clue. No, it's a bunch of tubing, bunch of piping, and some of it's powder coated to match the truck. So I'm just right now trusting the people over at Whirly Custom Fab, my good sponsors over there, that they took good care of me and gave me everything I need. So, yeah. So sadly, like I said, we're not going to be able to see everything, but you can kind of see what we're working with. I know I've been saying, I think I said in the last episode of the Killin It Resurrection that my spare parts room was getting loaded and loaded with boxes. Let me get over here to where you guys can get a good look. Yeah. It looks somewhat like a train hit this at about 90 miles an hour. Got all kinds of random stuff in here for sure. But lots of really cool stuff like my super Killin It freaking belt. Oh, brother. Lots of Killin It stickers. You know, you can go on killinItlifestyle.com and order your own stickers. This one's a little worked. So I might just give that one away to somebody. But yeah, got all kinds of big decals and freaking Killin It Lifestyle flags. Got Killin It gear for days, y'all.
Several days later.
All right, y'all. I just got the call from freaking Ryan over at SRQ Customs. I guess the console's getting pretty damn close to complete. So he is having me bring the truck on over so we can do a test fit real quick. He just wants to check all the critical points, like the parts that go like around the dash and that goes around the seat and everything. He still has a little bit more to do to the top of the console, but he wants to double check the fitment around the seats and everything, make sure that we're not going to run into any unforeseen circumstances. Hell yeah. So what is that, like fleece?
Yes. Sweatshirt.
Just regular fleece, like a sweatshirt?
Regular sweatshirt.
You just put resin on it?
Yep.
That's wild how that works. So he just pulls it tight and then staples it around the side. And then it gets hard?
Yeah.
Freaking bitching. Well, let's go test fit it.
Yeah, sir. I'm down.
All right, y'all, we got it in. And it fits snug as a bug in a rug. Bam. Check that out. Gonna have the super tweeters there. Got the 2 speakers. Switch panel sit right there. That'll be freaking perfect for driving.
Yep.
Plenty of leg room still with the cup holders.
Yeah.
Dude, dialed in. Sweet. Super bitchin'. Good job, man.
Yes, sir.
Freaking killed it.
Thank you. Killed it. Killing it.
And then from the back, dude, check this out. There's gonna be like still tons of leg room, and I'm a big dude. So even with me, this is gonna be all Line-X'd. But bro, plenty of room, cups. We're still gonna have 2 more cup holders here, and then my PA system's gonna come right here, flush mounted. But bro, thing's gonna be freaking tits. Got a 6.6 or 6.5, 6.5, 6.6 and 6.5. So they're gonna go in there. Freaking super tweeters on either side. Oh brother, thing's gonna be freaking badass. Super bitchin'. Just barely fits when it's all bolted down. Super clutch. Whew. Well, y'all, she freaking fits. Hell yeah. That thing looks badass, doesn't it? Wait till it's all coated in that badass looking Line-X. Yeah, Ryan's got he said maybe another day or so. He's got to finish like coating that with resin and getting it hard. Then he's going to go through and use Bondo to kind of like slick it all out, give it a nice, really good like finish to it. And then he's still got to make the top that's going to take that extra 2 cup holders. So he said he probably should have all that knocked out by the end of the day tomorrow, so I can take that on up to Line-X and start getting it coated. So we'll reconvene probably tomorrow sometime when I can pick that thing up and take it on over to Line-X.
3 days later.
Guess what, y'all? Just got another freaking present from the mad scientist. Y'all ready to freaking see this? Bam! Oh, shit. That's my new switch panel for the center console. So I'm headed back over to SRQ Customs so we can test fit this thing and so we can see how far along they got with that console of ours. But man, we're getting freaking close. Yeah! Oh man, freaking pumped up. God, that was about freaking 6. You don't want to see me go to 10. So I happen to walk in on them freaking actually cutting some of the parts for the console right now. So check this out. It's like a laser that cuts this stuff. It actually burns it through that plastic or whatever that is. Like plastic. Well, y'all, we officially have the center console. Freaking hell yeah! Super pumped. So I don't know if y'all can tell how bitchin' that thing's gonna be, but yeah, it's gonna be super bitchin', letting you know. So now I'm headed over to Sarasota Line-X to drop her off, get her coated, and I also picked up a couple other more of the truck interior parts, like the A pillars, the B pillars, like the covers for them. Like actually, it's kind of like this cover right here on this truck. Got that. I got this cover and the handle for it. And what else did I bring? Oh yeah, that's another piece I'm getting is that freaking dash piece. So on the Mega Truck, I also keep cracking this piece. It freaking blows. It cracks all the time. I've replaced it like 3 times now because it gets blasted with sunlight. Now, hopefully that freaking window tinting that we put everywhere, that I forgot even what shade it is, but the real dark window tinting that's on the windshield too, and the fact that I throw that visor up there whenever the truck's sitting, hopefully that will try to help that piece. But I'm gonna get that coated with Line-X too. So I mean, with that Kevlar that's in that Line-X, I should never have any more issues with that thing breaking apart or cracking anymore. So, super freaking sweet. So, let's get this stuff dropped off and then on to the next step. So, there is everything. Quite a bit of parts. Should be super bitchin' when they're done though. All right, y'all, so we got the console and everything back. It's sitting over there in the barn. But I decided I want to go ahead and start fixing a lot of this wiring because, yeah, some of y'all might have actually seen it in some of my other videos. The mad scientist rags on me about it all the time. The wiring in my truck is somewhat like a space shuttle. Let me explain. There is wires everywhere, all over the place, connecting to all kinds of stuff. All kinds of goodies going on, okay? And everything I just showed y'all is all aftermarket stuff. It has nothing to do with like the factory wiring or anything like that. So that being said, I'm kind of cleaning it all up, dialing it all in. I'm not going to set up the time-lapse camera and edit all the footage because I'm in like working in like really tight little areas. So to get the good camera angle for y'all to even see what the hell I'm doing, I'd be moving the camera every 5 seconds, and chances are you probably wouldn't even really be able to see it anyway. So that's why I'm not putting it really in here. But I did want to give you guys just a little idea of what I'm doing, just give you a quick little rundown, so check it out. I've got one of these Blue Sea freaking fuse panels that I put in the truck. And then I went ahead and like relabeled it all. And I've been running it like this in the truck for quite a while now. All the way back even to the shark cage days. My OG fans will definitely know what I'm talking about when we used to drive this thing around like a daily driver truck. And I used to go to RYC, Redneck Mud Park. And I had a big shark cage in the back of it. Check it out. Yeah, pretty freaking bitching. But when I had all those lights and crap going on, that's when I started adding some of these wirings and wiring harnesses and whatnot. And that's when I started adding some of the lights. That's when we added like the train horns and all the different crap that we've got going on in this truck. But it started getting a little carried away. So some of you actually might be able to relate to this a little bit. So as we all do, most of us guys, when we get our trucks, when we're in about high school and all, we want to put all kinds of cool stuff on it. And you're always customizing your truck. And if you're like me back in those days, you don't know as much as you should about wiring and whatnot. So a lot of it gets sliced and diced a little bit, maybe a little half-assed a little bit, I mean, we're not shoving quarters in the freaking fuse panel. We're not going quite that far, but there is a little bit of MacGyvering that seems to happen to make all this stuff work. So my first truck kind of had that problem a lot. You open up the freaking hood. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't the way I would like to have it. It kind of looked like spaghetti in certain areas. So when I got this truck and started daily driving it, for the 6 years I was daily driving it, I made it in my head, okay, I'm not going to freaking butcher the wiring system of this truck like I did my first truck, my Tacoma. I actually want to have this one be done kind of right. So for the most part, I kind of stuck to that. But over the years, I've owned this thing for like about 10 years now total. And over the years, things get added, things get deleted, things get added, things get deleted. You add wire, delete wire. So I have purged this truck of wiring a couple different times throughout my ownership of it. But I'm just doing it one more time now. Now that we're making it somewhat like a bog truck with a race truck engine, basically, is the way Brian refers to it as. Now that we're kind of making that leap, I want to tighten everything up one more time and make sure everything's dialed in. So that being said, a couple areas where I was not running relays where I should have been running relays, or where things were fused in line rather than in a fuse panel, you know, those couple little hiccups, we're eliminating all that crap. I'm making sure that all the wiring is nice and tidy and concise and clean looking. And I'm also making sure everything is pretty accessible in case I have a problem. So it's taken a long freaking time. I've been screwing with this for like 3 days now, but I want to give you a little look on kind of what the plan is. So this right here is my Bose amplifier that used to go with the factory sound system. Well, as y'all can probably figure, we have not been running a factory sound system in this thing in quite some time. So this was sitting underneath the console, just eating up space, plugged in, and not really accomplishing anything at all. So I went ahead and pulled this out, and in place of it, over here, I made this super bitchin' panel that I am actually super proud of. So I can't take full credit for the idea. Kind of got the idea from the mad scientist. When he ran a lot of electronics and whatnot in his truck, he did similar type setups where he could have like an aluminum panel and he put like his fuse blocks on it or his relays or whatever. So I kind of somewhat duplicated that idea with my own little twist on it. I just took a piece of 1/4-inch flat bar. It's 5-inch flat bar, I think, or 6-inch flat bar. I think it's 5-inch. Cut it to fit right where the same footprint of that amplifier was, so I could use these same screw holes that are in this bottom decking here, so I could fasten it down. The screws that mount it, there's one right down there. There's one underneath this relay right there, right in that little crease. So I went ahead and cut the plate, fit it in there, got the screws so they would fit right back in the same kind of location that that amp was. And then I added all these super bitchin' waterproof relays that the mad scientist hooked me up with, and then labeled them all. And then, yeah, as you can see, kind of started running all the wiring. So the plan here is I'm going to have these relays operate a lot of the functionality of the electronics in the truck. They're not really super accessible. I mean, kind of. All I got to do is take a couple screws out of the console, unplug the amp, unplug the speakers, and the console comes out. So it sounds a little easier than it actually is when you do it. I think it might take me maybe 10 minutes to get it out, but still, that's not terrible. And they're nice, clean, and out of the freaking way, because I'm starting to run out of space in this thing. But now that I've got these mounted in here, then this mount right here, this is what the actual console uses to mount it, to get mounted into the truck, to mount itself in the truck. No, to get mounted in the truck. It sits here kind of like this. Let me not pinch any of these wires. Come on, bruh. There we go. So yeah, so that sits like that. So all these are, they got plenty of like air. I mean, it's not super tight in here. And the console will sit right on top. And that's how the console fastens in. This is a factory piece from GMC. But now I'm just running all the wiring. I'm running all the power wires up to that fuse block so that these relays will get power. And then all of these are the trigger wires. So these are going to come up through the center of the console with another one of those Deutsch connectors. And then that's going to plug right into my switch panel to make everything really accessible and really serviceable. And then all these wires are what run to the various components. I've got them all kind of shoved in here so they're out of the way. So these run to like my nitrous solenoid, my purge solenoid, my interior glow. This will power my front fans that we're going to have to run. It's actually going to be pretty cool. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag so much on what we're doing with that, but it's for some freaking pusher fans that are going to make the truck stay cool. It's basically the deal. But, yeah. So I'm going to keep running all this wiring, though. But I just want to give you guys a quick little 5-6 minute thing, letting you know kind of what I got to put up with to put all this together, all electronics and wiring that I'm dealing with at the moment. And I'm actually extremely proud of how that panel comes out. That thing looks sick. I love how clean it is. Such a clean finish. I'll give you a quick run around once I get all this connected right before I put the console actually in. But it's so much better. I mean, before it was getting a little hokey because, as I said earlier, I kept adding stuff through the life of the truck. And I've got like a bunch of freaking relays up in there. Look at that. That looks a little bit, that's not killing it. That's pretty killing it. So, yeah, this is going to look much, much better. So, let me get it dialed in, and then I'll give you a quick rundown before I put the console in. All right, y'all. Well, it's been about 15 hours worth of freaking working since I talked to y'all last. Whew. But we're getting freaking super close to being able to get the truck back over to SRQ Customs, be able to get this center console finished out. Let me show you the difference what we're working with now. Whew. It's looking freaking bitchin', letting you know. So all the wiring's nice and cleaned up, loomed up. Doesn't look too bad down there. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on anyway. But look, if I pull this carpet back real quick, careful, I want to be quick on the trigger. Ladies don't like that. But bam, remember all them relays I had everywhere? All them are gone because now they're up here in the console, up out of the way, not near my freaking go pedal, dialed in. I also relocated the relay for my air dog. That's up in there now. And all my other relays that I showed y'all earlier, those are all in here. Wired everything up to Deutsch connectors. And got a Deutsch connector for my PA system. Went ahead and already ran the power and the ground for the amplifier to power all the speakers that are going to go here. So now the next step, I'm going to go ahead and grab the console back there, set it back in, and then I'll show you the super bitchin' convenience of all the freaking work I did, everything I just did. All right, y'all. Well, we freaking did it. I'm exhausted. I can't even be ramped up now. That's how freaking tired I am. I put like a lot of hours into this damn truck this weekend. And then redoing all that wiring, check out all the wire we eliminated. Holy freaking Toledo. That's a lot. That's all from old stuff that I'm no longer using or routing wires just a little more efficiently. That's a good little mess of crap. All these cheap, crappy ass relays that I'm not using anymore. Now I'm using good quality, super bitchin' ones. And these ones have seen some better days anyway. Yeah. Nice. Very nice. Spaghetti, anyone? But now that I got the console back in, let me flip the camera around. I can show you what I was trying to explain a little bit ago. So now everything is extremely simple. For one, take a look at how bitchin' this console is going to be. This thing is going to be sick. Now, Ryan over at SRQ Customs, when he did all this, I guess the line X ended up being a little thicker than we thought it was. So he's just going to have to open this hole out a little bit more. And this will drop in and basically be flush mounted to this console face. So now once all the audio equipment is taken care of with this, if I ever have a problem, a big thing is serviceability, because these mega trucks, we beat on them hard. There's going to be problems. So serviceability. When I need to take this out, this will be flush mounted. I just will pull it upward. Bam. And it's got a Deutsch connector right there. All it is a little snap quick release. I can't really hold the camera into it, but you just push down on this tab and then this thing comes apart. Let me see. Just like that. It's a watertight connection. Sorry, y'all. I had to hold the freaking camera with my neck. But anyways, so that will have that. So that's extremely serviceable and easy to mess with. And then my whole switch panel, that's got 3 connectors because there's a lot of freaking wires going on. Bam, that's got 3 connectors. I went ahead and labeled them so I don't ever goof them up and confuse them. But you got one big dog that's got like 16 wires on it, and then 2 little small ones. And I just will unconnect or disconnect these 3 connectors, and the switch panel comes right out. Because before, the way it was rigged up, all the wires came right up here to these spade connectors. So I'd have to pull off each and every one of these things and make sure I put them back in the right spot. it was a pain in the ball bag for sure. When I first took this console out to redo the heater core, I had to go through and I actually labeled all these wires so that I could put them all back in the right spot. Now it's not a problem because I've got Deutsch connectors. I still have some of the labels on the wires down in there, but I got Deutsch connectors. I can take it right apart. I can get this freaking whole switch panel out in about 30 seconds. Bam, take the 4 screws out, undo the plugs, and it's out of the way. And those plugs will stay down there on the floor of the truck so I can get the console out. Whew, that was a lot to explain, but look at how freaking bitchin' that is. So we gotta do a little modification of this hole too, because this is supposed to sit in here flush too. The Linux just ended up being super thick, so we just gotta modify a little bit, but then it should fit in there snug as a bug in a rug. So now it's dark out and everything, but it's not all that late. It's only like 7:30 or so at night. But the truck is freaking done as far as what I'm going to do here at my house. So I'm going to get all my crap out of the way, get her loaded on the trailer, get her over at SRQ Customs so that Ryan can go ahead, him and his crew can go ahead and finish getting these speakers installed, get this additional amplifier installed, and modifying these couple holes, and getting my cup holder things inserted. Once all that's done, it's time to head on over to the Mad Scientist's house. So I'm not going to video me taking it to SRQ Customs and all that because it's dark out and the video's going to look like crap anyway. So we'll reconvene here when I pick it up from SRQ Customs when all the speakers are in it, and you guys can get a final look at this new console. But that will happen in 1 second because I almost forgot to show you guys the one last upgrade that I did while I was redoing the interior of the truck. Two little upgrades actually. So, man, a lot going on. So these panels used to be that tan color, so we redid them in Linux so they're black. Did the same thing with that one over there, and with that pillar over there, you'll be able to see it better in the daytime when I pick it up from SRQ. Same with that panel too. So it kind of blacked out the interior of the truck a little bit more, but I did one other thing. Check this out. Close the door up. I'm going to turn off the dome lights. Which is it? Check this out, y'all. Oh yeah, we got freaking black lights in the Killin It Mega Truck. Oh, brother. Look how sweet that is. Super cool. How bitchin' is that gonna look when we pull up the freaking truck pad? It's gonna be sick, right? That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Super badass. And if any of you girls try to get in our truck and you've been doing some freaking funny business, we're gonna be able to see because it'll be all over your face. You know what I'm saying? So, well, now we'll reconvene once I pick the truck up from SRQ Customs, y'all. All right, y'all. The center console is officially freaking done. And oh, man, she looks freaking good. Y'all want to see it? I bet you want to see it. A lot of buildup right now. A lot of buildup happening in these parts. All right, you ready? Here we go. 1, 2. Bam! Look at that. How freaking sick is this thing? Hell yeah. Got my speakers all dialed in right there, and they got RGBs in them. Right now, the batteries are disconnected on the truck, but yeah, these will flash just like the other speakers flash all the time. We got the super tweeters in the side right there. Oh, brother, I wonder if I switch the camera over a little bit. Yeah, this will look right. Nice. Yeah, so we got the super tweeters in the freaking side, so they should fire right out the front of the freaking door every time we pull up to the truck tug, like I was saying earlier. But man, look how freaking bitchin'. Look at the switch panel. So my mom actually went through and took some of my blue paint that matches the truck, and she actually put paint in each of the lettering to make it like pop a little bit more. Much, much easier to read. But dude, look at that. Look at that. Here, let me hop in the back seat so you can really see it. Hang on. There we freaking go, y'all. How super bitchin' is that? Dude, it came out awesome. And that nice Ultra Linux coating should hold up to anything we throw at it, hopefully. But dude, freaking killer. Super killer. Super tweeters on either side. Freaking bitchin', dude. And this solves so many different problems. As I was explaining a little bit earlier in the video, it was so annoying where I had cup holders right here, and then I had my switch panel up there, and I'd always have to move someone's cup. People just, for whatever reason, insisted on putting stuff in this cup holder to where it'd be in the way to where I couldn't get to the rear steer switch. That was such an aggravation. So that's totally avoided now. Now people can put stuff in the cup holders and it will not affect my ability to drive the truck at all. Because anytime I drive this thing, like literally anytime I move it, I'm always using that rear steer switch. So it's always bam. My hand will be able to sit right here. Actually, it would be this hand technically, but boom. Oh, dude, freaking dialed in. Then I got my PA system. I've got a hanger for the mic. Right now, I've just got it like sitting right here next to the seatbelt. I might just leave it there, actually, because it's kind of tucked away and out of the way, rather than putting more holes in the console if I don't really need to. But then we got dual USB chargers on either side. You just kind of pop these open, bam. You can charge the cell phone or charge the GoPros or whatever. And then we got permanently fixed cup holders. That's another problem that we kind of solved. Is before, in the factory console, there was a cup holder that flipped down from right here, and it was always sitting like right here on the floor. So if someone's back here and we're bogging, very easy to freaking kick that thing and end up breaking it off eventually. Well, now, not only do you got plenty of leg room, I mean, I'm a bigger dude. I'm like 6 foot and 200 pounds. But if like a chick is sitting right here though, easily plenty enough leg room for her. And you don't have to worry about any problems. No breaking freaking cup holders or anything like that. Bam, got nice solid mounted cup holders. No one's drinks are getting spilled in the Killin It Mega Truck anymore. Man, Brian just knocked it out of the freaking park with that switch panel. Fits right in there perfectly. Mr. Ian over there at SRQ Customs that works with Mr. Ryan, they did a phenomenal job making that thing like flush mount down in there. If you look, it's like recessed in. There's like a little ledge right there for it to catch, for it to screw down into. They did the speakers exactly like I wanted. And yeah, a little something about that. So when I first approached Mr. Ryan and kind of told him what I want to do with this console, he's like, bro, you're trying to fit, as usual, trying to fit 30 pounds of stuff in a freaking 2-pound bag. I'm like, yeah, I know, but you can do it, right, bro? Come on, this isn't that crazy. He's like, we can go as wild as you want. I said, all right, well, I want to go as wild as freaking possible. And we actually kind of met in the middle. Like, it's wild as far as everything going on in this console, but as far as the look of it, it looks pretty simplistic and easy. Like, it's not like too much. It's not overboard. But it's overboard as far as its functionality. So it's like overboard without looking overboard. Picking up what I'm putting down, y'all. But I am so freaking happy with it. It is awesome. And it, like I said, it solves so many issues. Like another issue I had, and I'm sure most of y'all that even have any kind of normal trucks probably have this problem. This compartment or container, whatever you want to call it, when this flipped up, and actually it flipped up this way. I think it flipped up this direction. It became a catch-all, and it would just get stuffed with all this junk like stickers and koozies and whatever, and just get full of stuff to where you couldn't fit anything in it. And then there you go. You just got wasted space where you're just collecting junk. Well, now I don't have that. I'm actually making good use of that space because down in there's all that electronics and whatnot, all the relays and everything. And we got cup holders. I think I need to seal up these holes because these are marine grade stainless steel cup holders. So they're intended to have a drain through them. I think I might just throw a little RVT in there because I don't want them draining into the electronics. And if it gets a little bit wet in there, then we'll just clean it out with a rag or whatever. Not a big deal. But dude, the way that looks is so freaking tight. I love the way the speakers and that. So I won't say Ryan fought me on it, but maybe a little tiny bit. Definitely did not want to put speakers up there. But now that we did, he's like, yeah, it does look pretty badass. Like I think it looks sick. It looks freaking cool. It sounds good. And it kind of, whenever we've got the doors open, you got all the speakers firing that way, and then we got the super tweeters now going that way. Then you got speakers still filling up the interior of the truck. So we kind of got sound everywhere. And granted, I'll go ahead and say it now. No, we are not attempting to keep up with Mr. AJ and Mr. Bo and their crazy sound systems. That is a pipe dream to try to keep up with those guys. Not what I'm trying to do at all. Just trying to make the best I can of what I got. And I think we definitely accomplished that. It looks clean, looks simple, still sounds nice, very functional. Freaking killing it, bro. Super freaking bitching. But anyways, that's going to be a wrap on our video of redoing the interior of the truck. Well, actually, hold on. Now that we can see a little bit, still can't leave this video yet, y'all. For some reason, I'm attached to this video for some freaking reason. But I want to show you the couple other things that we did Line-X because they came out really good. Mr. Brian Laundry over there at Line-X Sarasota took really good care of us. And dude, the interior of this truck looks so tits now. If you go and freaking look at the B-pillars, actually, yeah, the A-pillars are up there, the B-pillars, this all used to be tan. It used to be, this was kind of rubber, and then this was like plasticky kind of. Now it's all blacked out with black Line-X. Still got our black light little bulbs in there too. But he did everything. Did this panel, did this, did all these little intricate pieces for the seatbelt. It was kind of a bitch putting all that back together. But all that's Line-X now. All the A-pillars are all Line-X. Man, look at that. Everything looks super freaking dialed in. So happy with how it came out. I mean, I couldn't be happier. Oh, and one last little deal. Hold on, let me get back to the driver's seat. I'm gonna show you one more thing, and then we'll wrap the video up. So, back to the driver's seat. I still have to get a new button. My button for the purge on the nitrous ended up going bad, so I do got to replace that. But Mr. Brian Laundry also Line-X this whole bottom panel, bottom of the steering wheel. And then I relocated my train horn switch up to here. And then we also relocated my EFI Live adjustment switch right here. because now we're going to have hopefully all custom tuning, different tunes for different situations that we're in with the truck with this new motor. So now it'll be much more accessible. Before I had it like hidden way down in here in the console. If you guys remember from the video where I did the heater core, I kind of explained that. Didn't make any sense at all. I wanted to hide the adjustment switch for the EFI Live in case someone borrowed my truck. I didn't want them to go hot dogging it. But then I had this like aha moment. I'm like, well, if someone's going to go do that to my truck, why would I let that person borrow my truck anyway? Duh. Not going to lend my truck out to those kinds of people. So anyways, now we've got the switch out there, very accessible. All I got to do is take the key, slip it in there, and I can switch between my 5 different tunes. And then very touchy button for the train horns. Very cool. And then, yeah, so that is everything that we Line-X. Oh, and I did the glove box too. You kind of can't tell. It kind of already blends in with the other black and everything. It'll just hold up a lot better because now it's got Kevlar Line-X on it. But, dude, looks, this console, so freaking cool, dude. I don't think the video is really doing it a whole lot of justice, but, oh man, I am so happy with it. Freaking knocked it out of the park, bro. Not only did you knock it out of the park, Mr. Ryan and Mr. freaking Ian, but bro, y'all freaking cranked it up over the fence, out of the park, over the parking lot. That's what y'all did. Gone. Hell yeah. You heard me? So now that is going to wrap up our new center console, window tint, and redoing the interior and the interior wiring of the truck. So that's going to wrap up the video that kind of surmises all that stuff. So hope you all enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, y'all. Oh yeah, and also keep an eye out because the next video, I think we might be starting to get into some really good stuff. So make sure you keep your eye out. Make sure you're subscribing to that channel, y'all, so you don't miss none of the action yourself. If y'all enjoyed the video and want to check out future videos, subscribe to our channel. Hit that button right there. While you're at it, hit the like button at the bottom of your screen. You can also check out our website, killinitlifestyle.com. There you can follow the Killin It crew and order your own apparel so everyone will know you're killing it!